Very good. Now, question number 1. It said, in caso di ingorgo sul strada extraurbana principale o autostrada, se la corsia di emergenza manca o non è sufficiente alla circolazione dei veicoli di polizia o di soccorsi, il conducente del veicolo che occupa la prima corsia di destra deve spostarsi il più vicino possibile alla striscia di sinistra. Now, let me try to explain this question in this form. Let's, for example, what this question is saying. Let's, for example, you are in strada extraurbana principale or autostrada, and these are lanes. Can you see it? Yes. These are lanes. You understand? And now, if you are a vehicle, let's assume we have vehicle here. We have vehicle here in all the lanes. You understand? So we have vehicles, and you are, you are in this lane. You understand? This is you now. Can we see clearly? 1, 2, 3. No, I think the other one is not showing. No, please let me draw it again, because I think the other one that I drawn is out of the screen. But over here I can see it very well. Let me do it here. It's going to be a little bit rough, but try to understand what I'm trying to do. So, if you are in strada extraurbana principale, the one they used to call, superstrada, or in autostrada. So this is you now, and you are having your, your car here, and the other person is having his own here, and the other person is having his own here. You understand? And there is emergency vehicle that is coming, maybe police vehicle, or maybe this doctor vehicle, emergency vehicle, firefighter, it can be any one of them, is coming. Now, the question is saying that, it said, c'est la corsia di emergenza. Now, let's assume that, yes, c'est la corsia di emergenza manca, which means, in this case, you don't have emergency lane. Now, or maybe it's not sufficient, or the emergency lane, yes, there is, but it's not sufficient. Now, what do you need to do? Now, they are referring to this vehicle. Let me change the color of the vehicle. Let's make it yellow. Now, they are referring to the yellow vehicle. You understand? In this case, the driver of the yellow vehicle, now, look at, let me change also the color of this line where they are referring to. Now, in these two lines now, the blue one, you see we have the left and right, which is the destra and sinistra. You understand? So what they are saying is that if the emergency lane is not there, or it is there but not sufficient, that the driver, this yellow vehicle driver, need to move towards this, let me call it the left line of the lane. By doing so, in order to create space for the emergency vehicle to pass through here. And the answer is vero. You understand? So, when you are in a motorway and the emergency lane is not sufficient or is not there, and you see emergency vehicle, you that is the driver in that first lane, what you need to do is to shift, because you see emergency lane, if you work in autostrada, just as I said earlier, I might not be having some materials here to, because these are, this is not our normal class, you understand? So, you see, emergency lane in autostrada, you find it towards the right side of the road, you understand? So, that is what they are also trying to let you know here. You kind of create that emergency lane for the vehicle that is in emergency to be able to pass. And the answer is vero. You understand? So you move towards this lane. this line, sorry, the line that is separating the lane, that is the why they call it spostarsi i più vicino possibile alla striscia di sinistra. This is the striscia di sinistra. You understand? The left line. And the answer is vero. Then number 2 question. It said la patente di categoria BA abilita a condurre autotreni composti da un autoveicolo di massa massima autorizzata fino a 3500 kg che trainano un rimorchio di massa superiore a 3500 kg. Yes, it is true. Patente BA enables you to, use your, vehicle that is not more than 3,500 kg to tow a remorque that is a trailer that is more than 3,500 kg. Yes, the answer is vero. Sorry, I think I was supposed to mark here. Here we said is so here we said is vero, and number 2 we said is vero also. Then number 3, it said quando l'assicurazione per la responsabilità civile auto è scaduta di validità, si può continuare a usare il veicolo solo per brevi tragitti. No, it is not true. Wait, let me cancel this one before it looks as if it's vero. It is not true. This one is falso. Because when the insurance of your vehicle is expired, take note, your vehicle, you can only keep it in a private property, either inside your garage or a private compound. You cannot park it in a public space. So for the question to tell you that you can still use your vehicle in a very short, for a very short distance, no, it is not true. You cannot even park it in a public room. So the answer is falso. To question number 3. Question number 4, it said, il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un tratto di strada in cui è consentito sorpassare i motocicli, anche invedendo la corsia opposta. Falso. Even without telling you, you already know that this, in the presence of this sign, what you are having a continuous line. You understand? So, this sign does not permit you to overtake. Now, let's listen, observe the question very well. It said, il segnale raffigurato preannuncia un tratto di strada in cui è consentito sorpassare i motocicli anche invedendo la corsia opposta. It is indirectly telling you that you are in a double-way traffic. Because if it was a one-way traffic, you understand? If it was in a one-way traffic, yes, you can overtake because after all, you don't have any other vehicle that is coming from your opposite direction. But now, telling you that invedendo means invading or going above the lane of the opposite of the vehicles that is coming from your opposite direction. So it means that you are in a double-way traffic. And in a double-way traffic, in a curve like this, it is prohibited for you to overtake, invading the line that that separate your lane from the lane of the vehicle that is coming from your opposite direction. If it's, for example, a double-way traffic where you have more than two or three lanes reserved for each circulation, yes, you can overtake, but not invading the lane or the line that separates your lane from the lane of the vehicle that is coming from your opposite direction. So the answer is falso to question number 4. Then question number 5, it said il segnale raffigurato preannuncia la probabile presenza di acqua sulla carreggiata. No, it is not true. This sign is a prohibition of circulation. Falso. Is prohibition of circulation or divieto di accesso for others vehicles that are carrying product that can easily contaminate water. You understand? So it is not true that is indicating or pronouncing the possibility for you to encounter maybe water in the middle of the carriageway. That is not what the sign is saying. The answer is false. So please, you can also like this video, and you can double tap. It's also to encourage me. I appreciate you for that. Okay, so number 6. I said 20 something. No, we are still at number 6. It said le strisce di guida in figura non possono essere superate dai veicoli che proseguono diritto. No, it is not true. The answer is falso. Why? Because the striscia di guida that they are referring to, can we see it? Yes, we can see it. Now, you see, over here, we are having some lanes. Now, I'm going to do it like this. Let me mark this one red. This is red. And the lane that is referring to this red, I will mark it here. Rather, let me correct something here. Okay. Then I will change it to yellow for you to understand something. Yellow is here, and this one is referring to yellow, this line. Then I will change it to blue. Okay, this is blue, this is blue. Pay attention, I will explain something with this. Then what color do we have next? Black is not going to go. Okay, pink. Now, this striscia, the guida here, this is the line that they provided for you to help you understand the way you are supposed to behave in a junction like this. You understand? Take note, most times this is the type of junction where you have a traffic agent, at the middle. And remember, when you have a traffic agent at the middle, this junction is not regulated by a roundabout, so you cannot turn it round. You understand? You need to pass the front of the traffic agent. Now, you see, this, why did I mark all these things? Now, what color? Which color am I going to take here? Yellow is there, yellow is... Okay, green. Now, what they are trying to do here, they are telling this vehicle in this lane that if you are turning left, remember, it has to do with when you are turning left. Now, when this vehicle is turning left, it's supposed to move like this. So you see this line, the one that I mark with red, this is its line. You understand? To enable you not to, go in the opposite direction or to the other vehicle that is coming. Then, this other one here, if the yellow vehicle is turning left, for example, the yellow vehicle is turning left, the yellow vehicle is going to move like this. You understand? So, these lines here, they are lines that they provided for you or to help you, pass this junction without going opposite direction. It does not prohibit any vehicle to go above it. And don't forget, they are broken lines. So, as long as it's a broken line, you can go above it. You understand? So, it is not true that le strisce di guida in figura non possono essere superati dai veicoli che proseguono diritto. After all, the lines does not even... If you are going straight, you don't even have anything to do with the line. It's only when you are going... you are turning left, you understand? So that is when you need to look, consider the line. So the answer is false. So it is not true that, you cannot, vehicles that are going straight cannot go above the lines. So the answer is falso to question number 6. Question number 7 said il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che sulla strada è possibile incrociare il veicolo per la raccolta della spazzatura. No, it's falso. This sign here is telling you about how do they call it, the snowplow vehicle, those vehicles that are, that are taking snow away from the road. And it's not telling you, it's not, indicating those vehicles that are taking away, refuge or debris from the road. So the answer is falso. Il pannello integrativo raffigurato indica che sulla strada è possibile incrociare veicolo per la raccolta della spazzatura. No, it is not vehicle. It is not vehicles that are picking refuse. It is telling you about the the possible encounter with all those snowplow vehicles. So the answer is falso. Number 8. È vietato in quanto costituisce pericolo o intralcio per la circolazione fermare momentaneamente un veicolo lungo immagine destro della carreggiata a senso unico. No, it is not true. It is not true that parking by the right side of a one-way traffic can can create danger. It can be dangerous. No, it is not true. The answer is falso. Falso to question number 8. Then question number 9. La fermata è vietata in corrispondenza o in prossimità dei passaggi a livello. La fermata è vietata in corrispondenza o in prossimità dei passaggi a livello. Yes, it is true, because next to a level crossing or passaggio a livello, as they used to call it, or a train track, it is prohibited for you to stop or park, there. So it is true that in correspondence or in next to level crossing, stopping is prohibited. You understand? The answer is vero. Please take note. There is difference between stopping and arresto, fermata and arresto. You understand? Because if it was arresto, although apart from arresto is not even allowed in correspondence, you understand? But next to it, when you have the maybe barrier and maybe the traffic light turn red and the bell is ringing, then you can stop, and that stop is not considered as the normal stop. That is arresto. You understand? Stop that they are referring to is maybe my phone is ringing and I want to respond to a call. You understand? So you can't do that, next to a train track. So the answer is vero. La fermata è vietata in corrispondenza o in prossimità dei passaggi a livello. So number 10, he said, se non si allaccia la cintura di sicurezza in caso di improvvisa frenata si può essere proiettati contro i parabrezza. Yes, it is true. If you refuse to wear your seat belts, in case of maybe unexpected braking of the vehicle, you can be thrown, towards the windscreen. So the answer is vero. For those of you that are in our, WhatsApp group, our class, I think the other day I showed us a video of where an incident like this, where, they were hitting almost everywhere inside the vehicle. The driver almost flew off the vehicle. So that is why it is very important. And most times, some people, when they are, at the back of the seat, they don't even wear seat belt. And maybe you are inside a vehicle that is driving 130 kilometers per hour in autostrada, and you are not wearing seat belt. You are just risking your life for nothing. Because should anything happen, you'll be thrown out of the vehicle. So please, it is very important, even when you are sitting at the back, wear your seatbelt. It doesn't cost anything. Sometimes it's there, nobody is using it, but you prefer not to wear it. However, that is it. The answer is vero, number 10. Then number 11, it says, un ferito della strada ha riportato delle ustioni a busto. Conviene coprirle con materiale pulito, possibilmente sterile. Yes, it is true. Because if, for example, a road victim happens to have this bond in his or her body, you know, what you need to do is for you to cover those bonds, you understand, with clean clothes. Not maybe clothes that is soaked with oil or, you know, those kind of things that maybe at the end of the day that can give the person another infection. No, it must be a clean cloth. So the answer is vero to question number 11. Then question number 12. Una zona a traffico limitato è un'area in cui può essere limitata la circolazione dei veicoli solo in alcune ore. Now, remember I told us, whenever you have this word in any of the question, the answer is vero. If it happens in exam hall, you have this alcune, mark vero. Even if you maybe you are not able to understand the whole question, mark vero, because every question that carry these words, they always end up with vero. But however, this one is telling you that, you know, zona traffico limitato. What is zona traffico limitato? You know, in those inside city, you see some places where all vehicles are not permitted to circulate. So it is limited to some certain you know, categories of vehicles. Then most times maybe this restriction, it might be for some certain hours. There are some places it will be maybe from maybe 12 midnight to 4 o'clock in the morning, or maybe from 10 o'clock in the evening to 5 o'clock in the morning, just like that. So it is true that you know, this zona traffico limitato can be a place that, you know, the circulation is limited for some, you know, hours. The answer is vero to question number 12. Question number 13. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga a passare a sinistra di un cantiere stradale. No, it is not true. This is an obligation sign, yes, but the sign is not telling you to pass through an obstacle to the left. You understand? Or to pass through, yes, an obstacle to the left. This one is telling you that in that junction, sorry, you can only go either to your left or continue straight. That you cannot turn right. So the answer is falso to question number 13. Question number 14. Il suono prolungato del fischietto da parte della gente proposto al traffico impone a chi ha impegnato l'incrocio di liberarlo ed eventualmente di arrestarsi subito dopo. Vero. What is the question, you know, telling us? Now, for example, if you are driving, you understand, and you get to a junction, you already engaged this junction, and you hear a prolonged whistle, you know, from a traffic agent, maybe police, vigilante, or any of the traffic regulators. What you need to do is to free the junction and stop immediately. Why? Because they are trying to clear road for emergency, movement. It could be that maybe firefighters are, you know, they are in emergency, or police vehicles in emergency, or maybe the doctors are in emergency to go and save lives. So when you hear a prolonged whistle from the traffic agent, if you already engaged the junction, you quickly free the junction and stop. You understand? The answer is vero to question number 14. Then question number is, okay, so we are in question number 15. Question number 15, it said, il conducente deve regolare la velocità in relazione della condizioni del traffico. Yes, it is true. As a driver, you need to, regulate your velocity according to the condition of the traffic. For example, the way you drive outside inhabited area is not the same way you drive inside inhabited area. You understand? Or another example, when you are in a place outside inhabited area, you understand? Let's say you are in Strada Estrabana Secundaria, where the maximum speed is 90 kilometers per hour generally. Now you are driving 90 kilometers per hour. Now then you get to a place whereby there is maybe a traffic light, and other vehicles, they stopped. You must have to stop. Why? Because of the condition of the traffic. You understand? So, as a driver, you need to regulate your velocity according to the condition of the traffic. So, the answer is vero. Also, according to atmospheric condition. You understand? So, there are so many reasons, to regulate your velocity. So, this is one of them. The answer we said is vero. Let's come here. The answer is vero. Then question number 16. In vicinanza o in corrispondenza degli incroci extraurbani non è consentito azionare il dispositivo di segnalazione acustica, clacson o trombe. No, it is not true. First, it is not true that in vicinity or in correspondence to junction outside inhabited area, that is not allowed for you to use a horn. It is not true. There are places where you cannot use horn. You understand? And there are places where you can use horn, but not because it is outside inhabited area and is next to a junction. No, that is not the reason. The answer is falso. Number 17. Il segnale raffigurato vieta la svolta a sinistra. No, this is falso because this is a precedent sign. The sign is telling me that at that junction, there is a minor road coming from the left, which I have priority over vehicles that are coming from that road. So it's not prohibiting me from turning left. Il segnale raffigurato vieta la svolta a sinistra. No, it is not true, because if, for example, that is the direction I'm going to take, I will take that direction. You understand? So the answer is falso to question number 17. Then question number 18. Il segnale raffigurato obbliga gli autocarri a circolare per file parallele. No, falso. It is not obliging, lorries to travel in parallel. It's only indicating how they are going to use the road. For example, in this case, it prohibits all those lorries that are carrying goods more than 3.5 tons to circulate here. It's telling them that they will have to circulate in this first lane, whereas every other vehicles, they can circulate in any of the two lanes. You understand? So it is not telling them to, travel in parallel. The answer is falso to question number 18. Question number 19. It said, lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalla velocità. Sorry, let me cancel this one, please. It said, lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalla velocità. Yes. lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalla velocità. Why is it so? Now, take note, if I'm driving 50 kilometers per hour, the distance that I need to stop, or the total space that I need to stop, is not the same space that I need to stop when I'm driving 100 kilometers per hour. Because, for example, when I'm driving 100 kilometers per hour, in 1 second, I'm covering, let's say, 28 to 30 meters. Let's say 30 meters. You understand? In 1 second. But if I'm driving 50 kilometers per hour, in 1 second, I'm covering 14 to 15 meters. You understand? So you see the difference. So speed or velocity has a lot to do with the space that you need to stop your vehicle. That is why before any danger, it is always required or advisable for you to moderate your velocity. Why? Because let's for example now, when you have a segnale di pericolo of attraversamento ciclabile, maybe outside inhabited area. Now, the segnale di pericolo advise you to moderate your velocity. You understand? Or it requires you to moderate your velocity, sorry. Why? Because should in case you come across a cyclist that is crossing that attraversamento ciclabile, you'll be able to stop. But if you fail to moderate your velocity, at the end of the day, you'll be struggling to maybe stop your vehicle, if not impossible. So that is why velocity has a lot to do with the space that you need to stop your vehicle. The answer is vero. The answer is vero. Lo spazio totale di arresto dipende dalla velocità. Yes. Number 20. He said, se si viene sorpassati mentre sopraggiunge un veicolo dal senso opposto, occorre spostarsi il più vicino possibile a margine destro della carreggiata. Yes, it is true. What the question is saying is that, let's for example, this is me driving in this, let's say this is a road, you understand? Now, this is a road. Can we see it? Yes. And now, I am here, you understand? Let me do it like this. Sometimes it's not easy to explain questions when you don't have the the right material. So that is why I'm just trying to do it in a way that you understand. Okay, so let's for example, this is me. I'm driving here. I'm driving my vehicle here. You understand? Then another vehicle came to overtake me. Now, why this vehicle is overtaking me, you understand? There is a vehicle that is coming from the opposite direction. So what I need to do is for me to, go or move close to the right margin of this, lane in order to create space for this vehicle to be able to quickly overtake. This is to ensure safety, you understand? And the answer is vero. Please, it is very important that whenever you are driving, a vehicle overtake you, don't compete with this vehicle. I think there is also a question for that you don't have to garagari. There is a way they place the question. So don't compete with the vehicle that is overtaking you, and don't make things difficult for that vehicle, because at the end of the day, if maybe accident happen and they are able to find out that you were the one who failed to make things easy, you might have some consequences to take. So that is why it is very important that when vehicle is overtaking you, you try everything possible to make the maneuver easy for the vehicle that is overtaking you. So the answer is vero. Se si viene sorpassati mentre sopraggiunge un veicolo da senso opposto, occorre spostarsi il più vicino possibile a margine destro della carreggiata. Yes, the answer is vero. Then question number 21. Il simbolo raffigurato segnala l'accensione della luce posteriore per nebbia. No, it is falso. This sign here is, indicating, how do they call it, abbagliante, luce abbagliante. So it is not, fin de nebbia posteriore, or the back, fog light. No, that is not what is indicating. It's indicating the full light, you understand? So the answer is falso. Number 22. Number 22, it said, se un infortunato della strada ha riportato fratture agli arti con fuoriuscita di un osso, bisogna cercare di riposizionarlo nei tessuti. No, falso. Please take note. For what the question is saying, in the first case, is saying that maybe if a road victim, you understand, have a broken bone, a road victim have a broken bone, and maybe in one of his, skin or the flesh, the bone is maybe pointing out, for example, then what you need to do is to try to, push it inside. No, take note. You don't have any right to treat any of the road victim. You understand? You can assist them with the best of your knowledge that you can, but don't try to carry out treatment. Because, for example, if somebody that has a broken bone and you are trying to push it inside, what you are doing is treatment, and you don't have the right to do that. It can lead you to where you don't expect. All you need to do is to call 118, which is 118, you understand? Then, you wait for them to come, do everything or anything you can do with the best of your knowledge. Anything that you are not sure of, please don't do it, because it's a very serious situation where you don't need to go and worsen situation for the victim. You understand? So the answer is falso. Say un infortunato della strada ha riportato frattura agli arti con fuoriuscita di un osso, bisogna cercare di riposizionarlo nei tessuti. No, it is not true. The answer is falso. Number 23. Il sovraccarico del veicolo non comporta problemi per le sospensioni. No, it is not true. Sì che comporta problemi per le sospensioni, because what the question is saying is that overloading of your vehicle cannot, create problem for the suspension of that vehicle. What is suspension of the vehicle? Remember, in your vehicle you have what is called a shock absorber. In that shock absorber you have suspension, those spring, you understand, that is suspending the vehicle. And when you are carrying overload, this can wear all those suspensions out, you understand? So that is why, because the question is saying that carrying overload or too much of load, it cannot create problem for your shock absorber, for example, or the suspension of the shock absorber, which is not true, because it can create problem for it, you understand? It can also lead it to a premature wear out. So the answer is falso. Then question number 24. It said, in presenza del segnale raffigurato bisogna usare prudenza perché ci si sta avvicinando ad un incrocio. Yes, it is true. In the presence of this sign, yes, you have a priority over the vehicles that are coming from the right, but you also need to apply prudence. You understand? Because what happens if maybe the vehicle that is supposed to give you right of way, they are failed to give you right of way? You understand? So don't forget that two people cannot make mistake at the same time, otherwise it can lead to disaster. So that is why as you are approaching that junction, what you need to do is to moderate your velocity and apply prudence. You understand? So that in case of any danger, you'll be able to stop your vehicle. So the answer is vero. In presenza del segnale raffigurato bisogna usare prudenza perché ci si sta avvicinando ad un incrocio. Yes, it is vero. Question number 25. Il segnale raffigurato indica la possibilità di ricaricare i telefoni cellulari. No, it is not true that the sign, indicate the possibility to recharge your phone. This sign is telling you that this is a place where you can make calls. You understand? It is not telling you where you can recharge your phone. It is an indication sign under segnale di indicazione. So the answer is falso. Number 26. It said lo spazio di frenatura diminuisce se la strada è in salita. Yes, è vero. Why? We have detected inactivity during your current life. Complete the verification to continue. Yes, sorry, they are asking me to complete verification. Please, I need to do that. Verification completed. Okay. Can I still continue now? Yes, okay. Okay, so please, that was an interruption. TikTok asked me to verify, to make a verification in order to continue. So that is what I just did. So, lo spazio di frenatura diminuisce se la strada è in salita. Now, what is spazio di frenatura? Spazio di frenatura is the space that you need to stop your vehicle. You understand? And now, when you are stopping your vehicle while you are climbing a hill, the space will reduce. If, for example, you are needing 2 meters to stop your vehicle before, it might be 1 meter. Why? Because already the vehicle is struggling to climb the hill, and now you apply the brake. So you see, you have just hastened the stop. You understand? But when you are coming down from the hill, the space will increase. So take note when you come across a question that will tell you that lo spazio di frenatura diminuisce se la strada è in discesa, it becomes falso. You understand? So take note, because when the road is in discesa, which is slope, the spazio di frenatura increase. But when it is a hill, salita, yes, it reduces, it diminishes. So the answer is vero. Then question number 27. Please don't forget to like this video, please. Please like and share. I appreciate you as you do so. Okay, so question number 27. It says nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura i veicoli B e S transitano contemporaneamente. Now, you see, sometimes many people find challenges dealing with anything that has to do with incrocio. Incrocio is one of the easiest topic to understand. But what we lack is sometimes there are some things you need to know before you are able to understand it. It's just like I think somebody asked this question in our class yesterday, and I told the person to hold on. Why? Because on Monday we'll be starting a subheading that will explain the things that we need to understand this junction of a thing better. However, in a junction like this, there is what is called general rules of intersection, which is give right to the vehicle that is coming from your right. You understand? Now, giving right to the vehicle that is coming from your right, it means that when you approach a junction like this, the vehicle that is having its right hand free should be the first one to leave. Now, if we look at these three vehicles now, You have vehicle S, vehicle T, and B. Whereas vehicle S, the right hand of vehicle S is not free because vehicle S is having vehicle T coming from its right hand. And if you look at vehicle T, his right hand is not free because he's having vehicle B, at his right hand. But when you look at vehicle B, you see that vehicle B, the right hand is free because no vehicle is coming from his right hand. Therefore, the order of passage in this very junction here is B, T, S, which is B will leave the junction, leaving the right hand of vehicle T free, then T will leave and S will be the last to leave. Now, what is the question saying? The question is saying that nell'incrocio rappresentato in figura i veicoli B e S transitano contemporaneamente. Contemporaneamente means the same time. It's saying that at this junction here, that vehicle B, which is this one, and this one, the blue vehicle and the red vehicle, that they will have to leave at the same time. It is not true, because yes, vehicle B can leave, but vehicle S cannot leave, because vehicle S will have to wait to give right of way to vehicle T because of that general rule of intersection. So the answer is falso. The answer is falso. Then question number 28. It said, il conducente di un'autovettura deve considerare I rischi che sulla strada sono legati alla presenza dei velocipedi, mezzi dotati di massa modesta e caratterizzati da bassa velocità e possibili oscillazioni trasversali. It is true. As a driver, you need to understand that there are some dangers that are attached to some certain vehicles. For example, a bicycle, monopattino, others lorries, you understand? Or maybe all these, what is it called? All those ciclomotori, there are some risks attached to them. Because let's use a bicycle for example. You see, the new road code says that when you want to overtake bicycle, you must leave at least 1 meter side safety distance. You understand why? Because if you go too close to a bicycle rider while overtaking that person, the person might fall on the ground. So these are risks. You understand? And also, for example, all those motorcycles, for example, because of the way they are constructed, you understand? Sometimes you hardly see them, you understand? And also big vehicles, for example, if maybe small vehicles, they hit each other, for example, maybe you might experience some scratch. But that same hit, if it happens with a lorry, big vehicle, you see it will cause a huge damage. That is why, as a driver, you must put all these things into consideration, that there are some risks or there are some dangers that are attached to all these, the presence of these people, both pedestrians, both cyclists, and the rest. You understand? So the answer is vero to question number 28. Question number 29, it said, in caso di inforsamento su neve o sabbia, non riuscendo a partire con la prima marcia, è opportuno innestare una marcia superiore. Yes, it is true. You see, in your, for example, the gear of your vehicle, in the gear of your vehicle, you have something like this. Let's say this is reverse. Oh. This is reverse. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is your gear. You understand? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the rest. Now, take note, when you want to move your car, you use gear 1. You understand? You use gear 1. Then, after you go to gear 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the rest. But the question is telling you that in case of, what is inforsamento? Inforsamento is, for example, sinking. Maybe your vehicle sank in any of the, maybe for example, mostly untied road, you understand, or on top of a snow, where you have a lot of snow, and you're not able to move your vehicle. What you need to do, because if you move your vehicle with the first gear, it will apply a lot of force, and the more it's applying a lot of force, the more it's digging deeper. What you need to do is to use a higher gear. It's either you don't go to gear 2 or gear 3, you understand? And the answer is 0. Take note, this is a strategy for you to be able to move your vehicle away from maybe any of the sinking swamp or sinking sand, you understand, in case of a situation like that. So the answer is 0. Then question number 30, the last question. It said, per salvaguardare l'ambiente dall'inquinamento atmosferico bisogna premere più volte i pedali dell'acceleratore quando il veicolo è freddo. No, it is not true. The answer is false. Because in order for you to to help or to safeguard your environment, ambiente dall'inquinamento, your environment from air pollution. So you don't need to be pressing the pedal of accelerator more time, boom, 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 because by doing so you are you are polluting the air more, because the smoke that will be coming out from the exhaust of your vehicle will be thick, you understand? So that is why it is not true that for you to safeguard the environment from the air pollution or environmental pollution, air pollution, it is not true that you need to be pressing the pedal of your accelerator several times. The answer is falso. Per salvaguardare l'ambiente dall'inquinamento atmosferico bisogna premere più volte i pedali dell'acceleratore quando il veicolo è freddo. No, falso. Okay guys, so these are the response or the explanations to this question. So who scored 30 over 30? And please, I don't know if you have a question, you can request, and let me see if I can bring you in. Do you have any question? Okay, let me see what's our scores.